Y'all trying to make me cry tonight on The Voice. What y'all doing over there? Oh Lord, they're giving some performances tonight, let me tell ya. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills commentary from a singer. Tonight we are watching The Voice. Oh yes, we are. It's the top 10 on the live shows. And it was really a wonderful show tonight with lots of magnificent performances. And I don't know how they're going to send somebody home, but 2 are going home on the elimination show tomorrow night. I don't see how they're going to do it. Okay, so they also announced that Rascal Flatts will be performing on tomorrow night's elimination show. Jennifer Hudson, Ron Fair, and Scott Hendricks helped mentor tonight. And we started, of course, with a recap from last week. So then Christina and Blake premiered their song from her new album. It's called Just a Fool. The whole crowd was doing that annoying wave thing. I was like, Lord, the sway bots are up in the house. And it was the whole audience. I was like, Lord, Jesus, who got them to do that? Did they make them do that or what? They started way away from each other but came together after Blake's verse. And I like this song a lot. It was a very good collaboration. I've heard it on YouTube and they sang it very well. To the contestants. We started with Team Christina and Sylvia Yacoub doing Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. Ron Fair was there to mentor her and he was the first person to sign Christina to a recording contract. And so Yacoub started out at the piano with a nice intent and then took the microphone and hit the floor for the chorus. I liked how she makes the difference between the section of the song. You know, this one was really rough and then she pulled it back to make this a little sweeter and then she got back into the rough and then she pulled it down at the end to make a really sweet ending. I really enjoyed this performance. TeamCeelo said it was a great song choice and she never ceases to amaze him. Adam said by far her most polished performance. Blake said people will have a hard time forgetting about her performance because it was so spot on. Next, TeamBlake had Terry McDermott come up and do Summer of '69 Bryan Adams. So Terry again was carrying around the mic stand again tonight. I was like, I ain't mad at you. I love it. He seems more comfortable vibing with the band members than the audience, but he did find some nice spots to go into the audience and play around a little bit. This is a huge song, people, with a really high top to it, and he handled it very well. Blake stood for him. Christina said it's fun to watch him and she noticed that he sings on his tiptoes. TeamCeelo said he reminds him of everything he loves about rock and roll. Adam said he gets angry every time he watches him and he told him it's an incredible job he did again tonight. And TeamAdam was up next with Melanie Martinez doing Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. And Adam was the only one without a guest mentor. I don't know why. They didn't say why. They just kind of glossed over, didn't even mention it. So Melanie picked up the guitar for this and got a nice spotlight and did what she does, right? I can hear so much more in her voice than she has shown us so far. And this has a nice vibe and she had a good connection to the lyric. And it was an abrupt ending for me. It just seemed very abrupt. And her photography was used behind her and on her dress. But I just felt like I was thinking, is it going to be enough to keep her in the competition with 2 people going on? Do you think so? I don't know. Let me know. Blake says she's the one artist left in the competition that he'd like to work with. Christina said there's some cool, special, and unique things about her voice, but she was waiting for her to jump off the cliff, you know, to really go outside of her comfort zone. TeamCeelo said it was uber cool. Next up, TeamCeelo had Cody Belew doing Crazy in Love by Beyonce. Jennifer Hudson helped TeamCeelo mentor this week, and so she was there for him. He is so out there that I couldn't help but smile when he started, right? Jennifer Hudson had him raise the key, and that was a very good thing. He wouldn't have sounded like he was singing in the lower key. He would have sounded more like he was talking. But this still wasn't a great vocal for me. Not really challenging or pleasant. But he had some really decent moments, and it was the energy. It was all about his energy that was really good. It was funny, it was cute, it just wasn't a great vocally. The fake ending was really cute, but even then he seemed a bit out of energy to me. Adam said he's awesome and cocky in the best way. Blake said he was confused, that it was a big night for him. Christina said Cody worked it like a true diva. TeamAdam was up next with Bryan Keith doing New York State of Mind by Billy Joel, and he was way up in his range for this, and it added a nice gruffness to his natural clear sound. The crowd was vibing and swaying. And he seemed to be into the story on this one. I enjoyed it. Blake said he reminds him of Michael Bublé, laid back and easy going. Christina said the song was a perfect fit for him. CeeLo said he loves that Bryan sings like a man's man and he loves the strength in his voice. If you're enjoying the commentary, please make sure to thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. I really appreciate it. You guys have been doing a great job, and believe me, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Next we had Amanda Brown from TeamAdam doing Stars by Grace Potter. And I was emotional from her rehearsal footage of this, you know. So when she came in to sing, y'all gotta know, I was ready to lose it and have a good cry. Her voice was so intense on this, and she was all up in the emotions. Then she hit all the big notes perfectly. I loved this performance. It was just wow. The whole thing was wow for me. Blake said her performance is the way he'd want to be introduced to the song because he didn't really know the song. Christina said the song showcased her vocal ability very, very well. CeeLo said she impressed him completely. Next, TeamCeelo had Nicholas David doing Lean On Me by Bill Withers, and he was backed up by the Agape Love Ensemble. Jennifer Hudson said he sings from his soul, and she looked like she got the shivers when she was talking about him. I was like, all right now, Nicholas, now that is a compliment right there. He started out at the piano with the backing, a full gospel choir backing him up. I like the way he was handling the words on this and making it his own while still keeping true to the melody. I really wanted to sing along with him. You know, I'm trying to watch and listen, but I wanted to sing along. I kept myself from doing it, but I was like, I really did, you know, and CeeLo stood up for him when he was finished. Adam said he loves how ambitious his song choices are. Blake said he felt like he was watching a musical legend perform. All right now. Christina said it was soothing for her soul and a genius song choice, and it was a home run for him. TeamCeelo had Trevin Hunt up next doing Scream by Usher. All right! Jennifer Hudson said his shyness is something she could relate to. And I do remember her. She went home 7th on American Idol, and she was never really the powerhouse and the sassy woman that she is now as an artist. She was also very shy. She was always very shy, and Simon kept her jumping and kept just egging on her so much that it was just crazy how far she's come since then. So I was actually glad that Trevin wanted to do something different and something up-tempo and fun. You know, he mentioned that he's 18 and likes to have fun, and he wanted to remind the audience of this, and this really gave him a chance to interact more with the crowd. He was actually out there moving from here to there, going to the crowd, you know, all that good stuff. Very, very enjoyable for me. And he brought the vocal on. Right in the middle, he had this really big drawn-out vocal climb into the heights. Nailed it. Just totally nailed it. The crowd was going wild when he finished for a while. It was like they tried to calm him down so they could get in their judge comments and stuff like that. Adam said he believes Trevin can sing anything and it sound good. Christina said this was her favorite moment coming from him, and he was living, and he really was. Between the performance, they showed a preview of the new season of Smash, which I was loving Smash. I am so looking forward to it. And this episode had Jennifer Hudson and Sheryl Lee Ralph in it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Did I see that? TeamBlake was up next with Cassadee Pope doing Over You by Miranda, Lambert, and Blake Shelton. She was more comfortable involved in this than I have ever seen her on any performance on this show. Good vocal and nice emotional connection, and I like that she found some light moments in the song to add some additional colors. Christina stood for her and made Blake stand. If you had guys see, she like stood up, but she was like, Blake was clapping, she made him stand up. Christina said it was a special moment for her, and she felt the sincerity of it. CeeLo said her voice was flawless tonight, and Adam said this suited her the best of all the ones she'd done. I agree. Team Christina was up last with Des Duran doing Feeling Good by Nina Simone. Ryan Fair was being a little hard on him in rehearsal and told him to sing it with his being, not just with his mouth. And we can talk more about that later. I like him directing the band with the hits in the beginning. It reminded me of like when Whitney Houston used to do it. I was like, go ahead, old boy, direct that band. This sounded excellent in his voice. It was very sexy performance, and the last riff down was sweet. I was really liking him. Christina stood for him. CeeLo said he loved it over the screams of the crowd because the crowd was screaming and stuff like that. And CeeLo was like, I love it, I love it. Blake said he just saw where he fits in musically. Did you guys enjoy the performance? I thought it was one great performance after the next. Tell me what you thought. This is Robert Anton, robertanton.com. I'm out. Because my battery is flashing red.